What's up YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video I'm going to do my schedule preview for the Clemson Tigers, but if you haven't, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And by doing so, it greatly helps out my channel and it helps me grow as a content creator. Well, the Clemson Tigers went 11-3 last season, and they went 9-0 in conference play. Took 3 losses out of conference to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, South Carolina, and Tennessee in postseason. Not the norm for Clemson, under Dabo Swinney. This is a team that won 2 national championships under Dabo Swinney, and they're looking to rebound, from what they did and potentially get back to the playoffs. And since then, he's made some changes in the offseason and has brought in Garrett Riley as the offensive coordinator. Great offensive-minded guy. Was the offensive coordinator at TCU who was able to get to the playoffs last season. He coached up a really good quarterback in Max Duggan. Was able for him to win several awards and even making an appearance as a finalist for the Heisman ceremony. So Garrett Riley, great offensive mind, a huge upgrade for Clemson's offense. Clemson is going to be tasked with fixing their defense as well. They're bringing back their defensive coordinators back this season. It's going to be their second stint. And Clemson was giving up 20 points per game last season, and they definitely want to shore that up and get ready for this season. And they have a great quarterback in Cade Klubnik coming in. I think this is his second season. I think he's going to be a sophomore this season, and he's going to have help behind him at running back with Will Shipley. This is his junior season, and probably going to heavily lean on him, to help with the offense. What this offense is going to look like under Garrett Riley is going to be very interesting. But I'm going to read off their schedule and kind of see what Clemson could potentially look like this upcoming season. Like I said, they want to get back to the playoffs, and was able to miss it last season, and they definitely going to have to right the ship for them. But let's read off their schedule. Their first matchup, September 4th, is against the Duke Blue Devils. I don't know too much about Duke, to be honest. This should be an easy matchup for Clemson to win. They're going on the road, though, to North Carolina, but I don't think Duke is going to have the players to be able to keep up with Clemson this season. If I'm not mistaken, Duke is in the Coastal Division, and Clemson is in Atlantic. So Clemson didn't play them last season. They drew them out the Coastal side this season, and this should be an easy matchup, in my opinion, for Clemson. And they should be able to bring in some guys off the bench if they want, to get some experience to build some depth. Next matchup, September 9th, against the Charleston Southern Buccaneers. This is a name-to-score game for Clemson, in my opinion. Like I said, to get some more reps from guys off the bench, and just trying to fine-tune what they're going to be doing offensively and defensively. Get some experience and let Garrett Riley get comfortable with seeing the game. The team play against the other team besides themselves in practice, so it's going to be an interesting matchup. But just to see what they're going to look like. September 16th, they play the Florida Atlantic Owls, another matchup. Like I said, fine-tuning what they've been doing. And they're going to need it because on September 23rd, they host the Florida State Seminoles. The Seminoles is a team under Mike Norvell that's been improving, guys. And they're bringing back a great quarterback in Jordan Travis. That was a huge news for Florida State to get him to come back. This guy's electric, got speed, sneaky fast, has all the confidence in the world. And you're going to have 2 quarterbacks in Cade Klubnik and Jordan Travis that's going to be very confident in their teams. Last season, the matchup was pretty close. Florida State lost the game 34-28, so Clemson won the game. Clemson's going to have the advantage, at home. And like I said, got the one up on them from last season. But watch out for Florida State. I think Florida State's going to make some noise this season. And I think Florida State is going to be the team that's going to challenge Clemson. Probably the best team that they play all season. So going to be an interesting matchup. September 30th, Clemson plays Syracuse orange. They go on the road to Syracuse, New York. I don't know too much about Syracuse, but I expect Clemson to win this matchup. Clemson just has the better talent, in my opinion. And Syracuse was pretty good a couple of years ago, that one year. But since then, they haven't been really that good. So I expect Clemson to have the upper hand in that matchup. On October 7th, Clemson plays and they host the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. This was a high-scoring matchup last season. Clemson won the game 51-45. They went into 2 overtimes. If I'm not mistaken, I think Sam Hartman was their quarterback then. He's not there anymore. I don't know what all the production Wake Forest is bringing back, but Wake Forest has the ability to score points. That might be the reason why they was able to do that is because of their quarterback. But Clemson got the upper hand in this matchup, I feel, hosting them at home. And I expect Clemson to win that matchup. On Saturday, October 14th, Clemson gets an off week. But on October 21st, they go to Miami Gardens, Florida, and play the Miami Hurricanes, a team in Miami under Mario Cristobal that's just struggled. It seemed like the team gave up on, the players gave up on the team last season and just was giving up too many points. Just didn't look good at all. And Clemson's going to, I think, going to have a good, outing in this matchup. But then again, like I said, Miami is a team that has the talent. It's just, they got to right the ship. In my opinion, Miami under Mario Cristobal, they got to show something this season because they got to show some sign of improvement. Because if they don't, they're going to get, left behind. And they had a pretty good recruiting class. I think they finished 7th in recruiting. Miami has the talent, but they got to show something, this upcoming season. They got to make this game competitive. If I'm not mistaken, Clemson won big last season. Yeah, 40-10. So Miami under Mario Cristobal, they're going to have to make some noise, or Clemson's going to do exactly what they did last season and beat them by a lot. They beat them by 30 last season. So that was just an embarrassing outing for Miami. Miami, I thought, was a team that was going to do really, really good on Van Dyke, but just didn't look good at all. But I expect, probably Clemson to have the advantage in that matchup. October 28th, Clemson goes to Raleigh, North Carolina, and play North Carolina State Wolfpack, a team that was decent last season. Wasn't, really, really great, but a pretty decent team. Don't know how much production they're bringing back, but I expect Clemson to have the advantage in this matchup as well. Even though they're going on the road, Clemson's going to be the better team. It's really just Clemson and Florida State in the ACC, to be honest. Those teams are going to be the 2 top teams in my opinion. But North Carolina State Wolfpack could come out, and make some noise. November 4th, Clemson plays Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Clemson has them at home. Clemson lost this game last season. They went on the road to Notre Dame and lost 35-14. Clemson, this is one of those games Clemson just struggled offensively, and I know they want to right the ship this season, especially having Notre Dame at home. Notre Dame being led by Marcus Freeman. What is he going to decide to do? Buckner is their quarterback. I'm hearing news that their transfer quarterback might get, be able to start. I think, if I'm not mistaken, is it Sam Hartman that came from Wake Forest? I'm not sure. I could be wrong about that. But if that's indeed the case, Sam Hartman is a heck of a quarterback. Like I said, played them tough at Wake Forest. And but Tyler Buckner, really, really good player as well. I'm hearing good news about him, that he's doing pretty good. And could be an interesting matchup for Notre Dame Fighting Irish. You don't know what to expect from Notre Dame. Like I said, was able to beat Clemson last season, 35-14. So, but I think Clemson is going to be ready for him this season. But that's a matchup that I'm going to have circled on my calendar to watch. Then on November 11th, Clemson plays Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, a team that's just been horrible the last couple of seasons. Clemson should win this matchup easy. They beat them 41-10 last season. Georgia Tech got a lot that they got to work on before they can be in anywhere near able to compete with Clemson, in my opinion. So should be an easy victory for Clemson. On November 18th, they play the North Carolina Tar Heels. Got them at home. North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken, I think Drake May is still there. Great quarterback. Puts up a lot of points. That's going to be an advantage there, having Drake May. He has more experience than Cade Klubnik, but that could be an interesting matchup. But Clemson gets them at home. If Clemson can show up that defense, Clemson can come out, with the victory at home, and should be comfortable at home, playing in the home crowd. And then on November 25th, to cap off the season, they play against the South Carolina Gamecocks, but they got to go on the road. South Carolina was one of the other teams that beat them last season. Beat them 31-30. It was a close matchup. Nobody expected, Spencer Rattler to have the game that he did, but Clemson was able to shock. South Carolina was able to shock Clemson last season, and this is a heated rivalry, and Clemson, I know, wants to get that revenge back from last season. And of course, if Clemson were to win the ACC, win the Atlantic Division, on December 2nd, they'll play the Coastal Champ in the ACC Championship. That'll be in Charlotte, North Carolina. So Clemson, like I said, going 11-3 last season, had a perfect, ACC schedule. Went undefeated, but had the losses out of conference. Like I said, to Notre Dame, South Carolina, and then they took a loss to Tennessee at the end in the bowl game, in the Orange Bowl. Lost 31-14. So Clemson has a lot that they got to turn around. In my opinion, they got a favorable schedule. A lot of these teams are not really that good. The only two teams that I can see that can get them some problems is definitely Florida State. Don't know what to expect from Miami. Miami could be sneaky good, depending on if they could have a quick turnaround, but I don't expect them to have that big of a turnaround. But Florida State and Notre Dame, and possibly North Carolina if Drake May is still there. South Carolina as well. Spencer Rattler having another year in the system under Shane Beamer could be a good game, But like I said, they got South Carolina at home. They got Notre Dame at home. They have Florida State at home. Yeah. And then, like I said, Miami, they got the only tough road game, in my opinion, going on the road to Miami. That could be a tough one. But the other three games, Notre Dame, South Carolina, and Florida State, they have all those games at home. That's a favorable schedule, guys. I can definitely see Clemson coming back and being back in the playoffs. But what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. And once again, guys, if you haven't, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And by doing so, it really helps out my channel. Roll Tide.